Okay, so Tekken refugees, all of you Tekken heads who have decided you want to try and play some honest to goodness, no rage art, no rage mechanic, comeback mechanics game. And you're playing Virtua Fighter, and you're like, I don't understand why I keep getting bodied in this game. And for you Tekken refugee players, y'all know what you're doing. You just are translating a few things in the wrong slot. So that's what I'm here to tell you. I'm here to tell you where to slot your stuff in properly, okay? Because there is a corollary. 15 frame moves are still here. They work just like they do in Tekken. They're your punish moves. They're like your moderate punish moves. You want those. I'm going to tell you in this video today just some of the common things I find really gives off the stench of a Tekken refugee from a Virtua Fighter head. And the stench I speak of is most prevalent in your movement. Backdash. Y'all be backdashing for no goddamn reason. I'll be out here just rushing you down and hitting you with stuff, and then I'll see you all of a sudden. You'll get a knockdown, right? You'll knock me down. And you'll run away. I will literally knock you down and you will just run away. So first thing I'm going to tell you to do is don't run for no reason. If you're going to run, do it because you've been given a reason to. But typically, as I'm about to show you here, if you backdash, and I know you're going to backdash, you're going to die. You're going to lose like a third of your health, a half, maybe like 2/3 of your health. If I know you're going to backdash and you don't do it right, which most of you who are coming from Tekken don't. So he's going to backdash. This is what happens. There's a special state when someone hits you with a 3K, down forward kick. If you are caught backdashing, that happens to you. And you are so unsafe that I can do that to you. And how much health did you lose? Let's take a look. Yeah, about a little more than half health. That's Eileen. Other characters can do more. So first of all is stop running from your opponent. Part 1. Part 2. Okay, another thing that you don't really have to worry about in Tekken so much is hit checking. And I don't mean like just did your move hit or not. I mean more than just did your move hit or not. You need to attend to how did your move hit. Was it a counter hit? You see that red flash? That's what you're looking for. You're looking for that red flash. Red flash means, and like her elbow on USXP, you see the smoke behind Jackie? That big poof of smoke? Think of that as your stench. That's the stench. Okay? That's the stench I'm talking about. That's a counter hit. You want to react to that being hit. It's like being +9 in Tekken. A Tekken 8 +9 is, in terms of your options available to you, closer to a Tekken +9. +6, the +9, that whole range of frames is akin to +9 in Tekken in terms of options available to your opponent. Meaning, if you have that much frames, and all you do, you decide to wait, right? You decide to hit him with a jab, you get a counter hit, and you're like, okay, I'm not gonna use my frames right now because they might do something they might step me immediately or whatever. So I'm gonna like wait and then jab. Or I'm gonna wait and then elbow, or wait and then do something else. I'm gonna use some timing into another jab. Here's the problem with that, okay? In Virtua Fighter, if you're trying to play small and safe and tight, you're looking for that. You just got the thing you're looking for. You just got it. Why are you trying to get it again? You just got it. Okay, use it at that point. You've achieved your setup. Now you do your thing. Have a plan. And what should your plan be? Okay? What should your plan be? Your plan should be to use a launcher. A launching style move. From the effective Tekken +9, which is our 6 to 9 in this game, that frame range, you want to pick a frame tight launcher. If you're not ready to talk about frame tight launchers yet, just know you want to pick a launcher. Just a launcher, okay? Any launcher. Look in your character's move list. Look at what their counter hit mid move that launches is. It needs to be mid. I can guarantee you're going to have one. Look for your 17 frame move, your 16 frame move. If you're overwhelmed and you don't know what to look for those moves. It'll be around that frame execution speed, and that's going to give you a guiding post. Also, your move needs to be safe on block. Typically, your counter hit launching style move is going to be -6 on block. Maybe -5 if your character is really broken, which there are some in this game. But it should not be -9 or -10. If it's -10, if you are throwing out moves that are -10 or above, you are playing the game wrong. Now, again, I know in Tekken, you kind of do need to use unsafe moves more often because that's part of how that game is played. In this game, you don't need to, ever. You do them because you have a really, really good reason to. That reason being you have a read on your opponent. And you understand the properties of the attack you're using and the properties of the attack your opponent's using, and you're making an informed decision to do the thing that's unsafe. Because if you do it without a plan, without an idea, you're going to get bodied by anyone who knows anything about what they're doing. So now we're going to go into punishment. So in Virtua Fighter, the number you're looking for safety, there are two ranges of numbers you're looking for. Here's the first range. -1, -5. Or you could say +1, +5. It doesn't matter. It depends on whether you're the defender or the attacker. But if you're the defender, -5 to -6. You're attacking someone, they block your move. It's -5, -6. That's fine. That's one class of situations. And we call that situation fuzzy guard. Why do we call it fuzzy guard situation? Because if you block it, I can do a crouch dash forward into block. Everyone can do that. And you will not be mixed. You will automatically option select your way out of the most basic mix-up in this game, which is mid or throw. As you see, Jackie is doing a throw. I'm getting under it. And if he does the mid attack, I block it. There's nothing you can do about that. That's just how the game works. If he wants to hit me out of this, he either needs to do a slower move, do a low that's fast, do a catch throw, which tends to be slow, which is part of why it works, or alter his timing. This is where you mess your timing up. When someone's in this -5 to -1 range, that's when you want to vary your timing to beat someone who's doing this to you. Now, the next set of situations is going to be -6 to -9. That is the undesirable frame range to be in as a defender because your options are severely limited, meaning you lose access to fuzzy guard. Look here, I'm -7. Now you can still block I cannot get under that throw anymore. I can block, clearly, because I'm not punishable, but I can no longer fuzzy guard. I can step, I can sidestep. In this game, you can sidestep all the way up to -9. But sidestep carries risk. So, I might not want to sidestep. And remember, here, when I'm up to -5, I don't have to sidestep. I sidestep because I want to. I don't sidestep because I have to. When I'm here, I sidestep because I have to. Not because I want to. If I want to, deal with the mix-up, I got to hold that. I got to guess the throw, regardless. Or do the good old faithful, which is attacking, which blows right through a throw. You'll lose to a counter hit mid pretty badly, consistently, but you will blow through a throw. So you want to guess, is my opponent going to throw me here, or are they going to try and hit me with an attack? I find that Tekken refugee players tend to not throw enough. They tend to attack, and attack. So what I'm going to encourage you to do is to throw them as the player who's getting the plus frames more. Now, what makes that hard is you need to react. In another video, we'll go over fuzzy guarding, other defensive techniques. That's not this video. This video is for you general refugee players to know where to point yourself. I'm pointing you in the right direction to go next. And also there'll be other videos that I'm making in the future that will help you learn these things. Okay? So don't worry so much. And I imagine there'll be more of you coming this way because season 2 is not going to come up for 2 months. So why not learn to play Virtua Fighter better while you wait for the next season of your main game to come back, and hope that Bandai Namco don't screw it up. Okay, because I'm hoping that too. But if they do, I have this. So I'm okay. And if you decide to become a Virtua Fighter player, you too will have this to fall back on, just like yours truly. If they screw up Tekken 8 more. Okay, so back to 6 to 9. That is what you're working toward as the attacker. And it's going to tie into that first point I said about how y'all need to hit check for counter hits, or earlier points. I forget which one it was. Might have been 2, might have been 3. I don't even know anymore. But it was a point I made earlier about how you need to hit check for counter hits. And when you get a counter hit, throw them. More often. Throw them because they can't get under it. So they're blocking a lot. And it's, you get counter hit thrown. You get hit counter hit between for trying to throw too. Yeah, if they get counter hit, just throw them first. And then do a mid. And then the mix-up becomes, are you going to do a throw or a mid? Or if you're defending and you're -6 to -9, if your opponent is throwing you, don't try to throw break. Launch them with your biggest, slowest launch, because you'll knock right through them. 21 frame move. The last set of numbers to worry about is going to be your punish frames. Now, easy. It's the exact same numbers you have in Tekken. -10, that's the beginning of punishment. So, throw them. -10, you throw. Your throw punish. -11 or -12, that's your jab punish. -13, that's going to be your, depends on the character, for Eileen's back PPK or 4 PPK. 14 frame punish. So some characters have really good 14 frame punishes. Akira's one of them. So is Jackie. So is Brad. So is Lau. Many characters have really good launching 14 frame punishes. 15 is the next one, where Eileen doesn't get a amazing 15 frame punish. She doesn't get to knock you down like some other characters do, but she gets frames, which is this. So she gets to do eye poke into punch kick. It keeps you standing up, but it gives you frames, basically, and some damage. Not a ton of damage though. So 15 isn't like a huge deal, but it adds up. So losing like what? 50 health? It's a good chunk. Can you afford to get hit by a couple of those moves? Yes, but if you're throwing your life away, like you might in a Tekken game, to when it comes to getting blocked and being punished for it, things hurt more here on block punish. On average, not all the time, but on average, getting blocked hurts more here. That's at least been my experience, which is why you might think coming from Tekken, oh, I can afford to be hit by 15 frame punish. You really can't. And then 17 frame punish is the big one. If you block someone's sweep, 17 frames or slower, you get the big launch, which is your normal hit launcher. Most characters will take about half. It's about half health right there. A little bit less. So no big deal. So those are going to be the things I think you Tekken refugee players will need to get washed off of you so that you stop smelling up the place with your old Tekken habits. Stop backdashing for no reason. Stop hit checking into nothing. Stop not taking into account the fact that you have really 2 main situations you're playing around. -1, -5. That's the first situation you're going to play around. Look around those mix-ups, plan around it, The next one's going to be -6, -9. Plan around that. Most important situation is -6, -9. When you set your frames for that, you've done well. And it's time to do something that's going to either launch them or put them in a really bad situation. Good luck and have fun.